FIRE, what I love is it's bipartisan, because I don't think that caring about liberty is a conservative issue or a liberal doctrine. It unites conservatives and liberals as Americans. I'm Christina Hoff Sommers, and I'm a resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute. I wrote a book called The War Against Boys, and I did it in 2000. Now today, there have been a lot of books and articles and documentaries and 60 Minutes. They're all talking about the precariousness of boys. In fact, now people are talking about the end of men, so that's the latest. But when I wrote this book, it was news, and people weren't attending to boys. It was all about the shortchanged girl and her low self-esteem. And what I tried to do in The War Against Boys is show that was the idea that girls were suffering from a self-esteem crisis was greatly exaggerated. There was no evidence of any kind of pathology that befallen girls. And in fact, girls were doing better than ever. So I tried to tell that story. Well, it was considered politically incorrect because it was said to be a backlash against girls. Now, I failed to see how pointing out the misfortunes of boys is backlash against girls. I mean, the well-being of girls depends on the well-being of boys. We're all in this together. It's not a zero-sum game. But unfortunately, there's a very powerful women's lobby. And they are enthralled to a style of feminism that was popular in the 70s, and they've never given it up. So no matter how much progress women make, they're still talking about women being an oppressed class and subordinate. So when I spoke up for boys, it was thought to be a challenge to that worldview, which it was. I wrote a book called One Nation Under Therapy with a psychiatrist, Sally Satel. And we very much believe that there are people who are mentally fragile and people with mental disorders that need treatment. But the average child, the average adult, is not a mental patient. And this therapeutic approach to normal men and women, and especially to normal children, is harmful. I feel that we've just raised a whole generation of kids who are kind of in a moral fog. And again, it's misguided tolerance. And it's a kind of the tyranny of niceness. People think, well, I'll be nice, but being too nice, being nice in the face of depravity is the opposite of nice. It's being tolerant of callousness and cruelty. As a philosophy professor of many years, I saw that over the years, students became more and more relativistic and more diffident about taking a moral stand. And ethics professors will talk about this. They'll sort of exchange horror stories about something you'll propose to a class to try to get them confidently to, to speak against it. And in some classes, I found it to be impossible. They would not confidently take a moral stand against anything. What they are supposed to be doing is developing ideas, challenging them, learning how to debate. And we have a generation of kids who can't argue. They think that that's, create tension or there's something wrong with it. Well, that means if you can't argue, you can't think. The ideal of liberty and freely speaking your mind is so quintessentially American, so much of our tradition. And how we've raised a generation of students who don't know that, don't appreciate that. My basic belief is that kids are strong and resilient and smart, and they will discover what is going on. And I think we'll see rebellion. I already see signs of it.